today is the day we get the Subaru long block assembled. I am extremely excited about this. So let me go ahead and show you guys what we're doing for the long block. I got to grab a couple packages, I think, and put them over here to add to it. But let me show you guys the slew of parts we're gonna put on for the long block. A lot of it is still stock, you know, obviously the engine just going back together with the parts I have, and then just some goodies for the engine itself. So very, very excited about it. Let me get those on the table real quick for you guys. So for the most part, that's most of the parts we're putting on today. We've also got like some gaskets and a knock sensor right here we're putting on the toolbox, and then some other just gaskets and seals and things. So I'm sure you guys will see those as I'm putting them on throughout time. So let's go ahead and just get started on this build. Good to have your workstation organized here. I've got my driver side and my passenger side. Currently I'm on the passenger side of the motor. This is the top side. And I think it's best to work with the bottom side and then the top side, because I got that tip from Remy SDI just to help with like not mixing up your exhaust and valves and everything. So, but let's just take a second to appreciate how good these heads came out from the machine shop. So I've got the head surface wiped off. I used a microfiber towel with some brake cleaner. Now I'm going to quickly, we got to take these caps off and everything. I'm going to actually turn this around like this. Let's see here. But I've got the passenger side right here. So this is the side I'm going to be working on. So this is a 10 millimeter. If you look here, there's an arrow that points towards the cam head, so you want to make sure you remember that and keep these nice and clean. Something like that. Okay, let's go ahead and get our gasket.
this side, it'll be A, B, C, C, D, E, F. So that's how this is gonna go. It's A, B, C, D, E, F on this torque pattern. Again, this is the passenger side. It'll be flipped on the driver's side. On the driver's side, it'll be A, B, C, D, E, F on the other side, which I'll show you. Just watch the video and you'll see. So very important product to have when torquing the heads down.
Now, I do need to confess, I do end up making a mistake here by reusing these head studs. These are what are known as stretch to yield, I believe is the term. Basically, AKA meaning you should only use these head studs one time. And I am reusing these from when I pulled the engine apart. So I should have bought new head studs, either OEM ones or ARP. Not to worry though, I am granted the blessing and opportunity to running into the situation where we take the head studs off again. So, and then that's well, I'll just go ahead and leave the rest for the future. But anyways, do not reuse your head studs, buy some ARPs. Okay.
It's either a 17 or a 14. So 14. All right, guys, we're gonna be talking about the torque spec of what's needed for these. So A, B, C, D, E, F, okay? You're gonna go to 22 foot-pounds and then 51 foot-pounds. So 22 all the way around, 51 all the way around. Back the bolt in the same sequence, so it's the same sequence every time. Then you're gonna back the bolts off 180 degrees in the sequence, and then you're gonna do it another 180 degrees in the sequence. Then you're gonna tighten the bolts down to 25 foot-pounds, and then you're going to tighten the bolts down. Okay, and then tighten the bolts down to 70 foot-pounds, same sequence. Then loosen all the bolts on 180 degrees, and then again 180 degrees. Then tighten all the bolts in alphabetical order to 7 foot-pounds, then 22 foot-pounds, then 56 foot-pounds. Okay, as you guys saw, if you were paying attention, I accidentally went out of sequence. And because of that, I've decided to restart. And I'm gonna restart at like the 7 foot-pounds, the 22.1, then the 56.7, and then kind of continuing up from there. Because I accidentally went out of sequence. I had torqued this one probably only like 15 degrees. I was supposed to go A, B, C, D. I went A, B, C on accident, just not paying attention, and so, which is stupid of me. So I backed all the bolts out in reverse order. The GoPro's getting a little hot right now, so I'm going to just pause for a second, get these snugged up to 7 foot-pounds, just so that it's all even and sitting right, and then I'm gonna go put the GoPro in my fridge. I put it in a fridge when it starts to overheat. I'm gonna go put it in my fridge that I've got in the garage here, and then let the GoPro cool off a little bit, come back, restart, and pay better attention, because I don't know what I was thinking. Well, I know what I was thinking, but I just wasn't paying attention all the way, so I gotta restart that real quick. They're doing the 22.1. Okay, we're going to 51.6. All right, this is where the 90-degree comes in play. Starting here. Okay. Obviously, very helpful to have a helper. Obviously, I have a fly pilot in here. It's a little hard holding the block because the Insta moves around a lot, but having somebody to help you, that's nice. I didn't ask her to help, she just jumped in, so that was very nice of her. So now, if you guys didn't see or you noticed from the last time we were on camera, went ahead while the camera was cooling off things and took the buckets out, took them completely out, and when you take them out, make sure you're organized. You know, you take it out, put one here, the second one goes next to that one, the third one goes next to that one. Be very, very organized with your buckets. Do not mix those up.
it's best to even mark them with a pen or like a Sharpie. You should do that. I didn't. I was very careful about it because I'm doing it all right now. But you should, I still should have used a Sharpie. Just, you know, Sharpie 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so you know where they go. But I went ahead, got my assembly lube, put it all, took the buckets out, did the sides of the buckets, the tops of the buckets, and obviously where the camshaft goes. That said, we can now grab our camshaft, which, starting here for the exhaust cam, just goes in like that. And let me go ahead and grab this here. There's our wonderful helper. You trying to avoid the camera right now?
A little bit. That look like poop.
No, you don't. Alright guys, we're just going to carefully lift this back out. Get the cams nice and covered. You want to get the, I'm not sure what you'd call these, the pivot points is what I'm going to call these, but that's wrong. You want to make sure you're getting all of this nice, just so that, and the real objective here, guys, is just so that it's not dry when you go to start your motor up again. So there's no rule of thumb as how much to put, just get good coverage so that when you start your car again for the first time, if it's sitting a long time like this one has, it's not starting dry. Okay, right here I'm gonna go ahead and put on my Permatex Ultra Black gasket maker. Now, I think looking back, I had put way too much of this on here. This needs to be like the world's thinnest, and I mean really just a very, very, very thin amount of the gasket maker. So just be conscious of that. If it's too much, it'll actually squirt into the engine area where the cams are, and it'll block some of the cams oiling journals. So ultimately, I don't think this never actually caused me any issues, thankfully. But I do think in this video here, I had put too much on, and right where my fingers are now, you don't need any. So don't put any on the middle points. But the outside areas should have it. And now we're going to the power. Now, something I did off camera was I checked all the valve lash. Pretty simple, and I've got that explained in one of my previous episodes because I had a previous machine shop screw that up for me before. And you can see here I do put gasket. I'm
I'm team gasket when it comes to the valve cover itself. I know this is a pretty controversial thing in the Subaru world, whether you should or shouldn't do this. Some people say let the gasket do its magic, and some do a very, very, very thin layer. I am team thin layer, and I've never ever had a valve cover gasket leak. So that's just what I do personally. This works great for me, but you can do whatever you feel is best. Alright, now that the head's flipped down, truthfully the heads have been sitting in their bags for a while, and I noticed a lot of the cymbal lube was just not on the buckets as much anymore and on the camshafts. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these all out and get these cleaned up really, really well. Make sure to use a clean rag and some brake cleaner. Again, do not get these buckets mixed up. You need to keep these in order. Again, I should have used a Sharpie or something. Granted, brake cleaner would take a Sharpie off, but doing a thorough job here, just cleaning, using a clean rag for the most part. Obviously, you can tell it was clean before. And we'll go ahead and get some assembly lube reapplied onto these guys, and then we should be set to go.
Well guys, I forgot to hit the record button and I have no idea what I didn't show you guys, and I'm really bummed because I have gone through very thoroughly to show you guys how to, you want to make sure all of this is clean. Putting all this is clean. I've been putting obviously the assembly lube and was talking to you guys, but my apologies on not hitting record. I hate when I do that, and I'm sure other YouTubers know the feeling. Currently the cam caps, you go 7, 14.8 on these guys, and so that is what we're torquing here. And you guys want to go 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 14.8, 14.8, 14.8, 14.8.
Well guys, we're wrapping up the video here, and apparently I forgot to get some B-roll, so I've got a nice photograph of the end result here that'll pop up shortly. But really appreciate the love and support you guys give to me and my channel. I know I'm not the fanciest YouTuber out there and have the coolest garage or maybe even the coolest car in some of your guys' opinion, but I do love the support you guys render me, and I'm just very excited for this build. Like I said, I forgot to get some B-roll, so here's a photo. But thank you guys so much for the love and support. Please don't forget to subscribe and like, and if you have any questions, please feel free to hit me up, and I'd be glad to help out wherever I can. So enjoy the rest of your day, evening, night, and God bless you all. Thank you so much.